You're listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.
Three numbers just moved the ground under Korea's workplace debate. SK Hynix just raised base pay 6.3%, and for the first time, will pay 60% of bonuses in company stock instead of cash. Neighbors Union is demanding company-wide bargaining across all its subsidiaries, with a strike deadline set for September 9th. And across the sea, Japan just loosened its overtime cap from 45 hours a month to 100. It's Friday, August 21st. Let's talk about a trend affecting young professionals in Korea. SK Hynix's shift comes as the chipmaker locks in record profits and wants employees invested in long-term stock performance rather than short-term cash payouts. Neighbors Union argues that 8 years of separate subsidiary-level bargaining has widened pay gaps, even though headquarters effectively controls every affiliate's key decisions. Japan's labor ministry, under pressure from business lobby Keidanren and Prime Minister Takaichi's deregulation push, decided uniform overtime limits were holding back companies facing labor shortages. Here's what the numbers show. SK Hynix raised its 2026 wage deal by 6.3%, up 0.3 percentage points from last year. Employees will now receive 40% of profit-sharing bonuses in cash and 60% in company stock, with 20% of that stock vesting immediately and the rest phased in over 2 years. The bonus pool tracks 10% of operating profit, projected at roughly 250 trillion won, or $179.5 billion this year, putting average per-employee payouts near 700 million won, or $502,700. Neighbors Union filed 5 bargaining demands on August 20th, covering integrated management, welfare, and working conditions across all affiliates. Japan's health ministry will let firms with labor management agreements push overtime to 100 hours a month starting next month, though companies must still take health protection measures for workers under the special provision. So what does this mean for professionals in their first 5 years at a Korean company? Earlier, we said SK Hynix would pay 60% of bonuses in stock. Here's what that actually means for you. More of your compensation is now tied to the company's long-term share price, not guaranteed cash you can spend this year. Naver's looming strike deadline signals growing leverage for workers pushing back on fragmented bargaining, a precedent that could ripple into how other conglomerates structure affiliate-level negotiations. And Japan's overtime rollback is a reminder that labor-friendly reforms aren't permanent. Worth watching if similar deregulation pressure builds around Korea's own overtime rules. 3 things to watch. Whether SK Hynix's rank and file ratify this deal in the upcoming union vote. Whether Naver management responds before Naver Z's own strike deadline on September 9th. And whether Japan's overtime rollback sparks similar deregulation debates in Korea. That's today's AI PRISM, Early Careers. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI PRISM is a WAN-IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.